advantage of rates at historic lows. With American Financing, you can be pre-approved in an hour, and they have one of the fastest closings in the industry. Visit them online at americanfinancing.net or call 503-452-4444. That's 452-4444. In Washington, 206-204-3200. And MLS 182334, regulated by the Division of Real Estate.
If you're like me, you want options. Lots of them. Well, Toyota's Prius family gives you more ways than ever to enjoy big savings at the pump. There's Prius, the world's most iconic hybrid. The stylish and compact 53 MPG rated Prius C. The easy to charge 51 MPG rated Prius plug-in hybrid. And the larger family-friendly Prius V, named a best car to buy for 2012 by GreenCarReports.com. Right now, get into a member of the Prius family, like the Prius C2 for as low as $19,900. Selection, fuel efficiency, and great deals. Now that's a lot for less. Visit your local Toyota dealer or buyatoyota.com to learn more. Toyota.
EPA MPG rated 53 city miles for Prius C. 2012 EPA MPG rated 51 city miles for Prius plug-in hybrid. Actual miles will vary. Manufacturer's suggested retail price for Prius C2 excludes delivery, processing, and handling fee of $760 for cars. Excludes taxes, license, title, and available or regional and foreign equipment. Actual deal price may vary. Offers may vary by region. See participating dealer for details.
Hey, buddy, it's 8 o'clock. I'm going home now. But we still have to decide on our company's health plan. I already did, thanks to HealthNet. HealthNet has different health plans that fit our employees' needs. They help me choose the right plan for the company, and now we're even saving money. Are you tweeting that? I sure am. HealthNet. Affordable, fits my biz needs, smart health plan. Call us now, 1-800-401-9386, or visit healthnet.com. HealthNet. Way to care. Benefits insured by HealthNet Health Plan of Oregon, Inc.
We had a wonderful time today.
I did too. I'd love to see you again.
How was it?
Yeah, that's perfect. Every perfect journey, from the first moments to ever after, has a beginning. Happily begins here. ABC Jewelry, celebrating your happiness for a lifetime. Visit us downtown at 3rd and Alder and online at abcjewelry.net. ABC Jewelry, absolute brilliance company.
Dad, what you doing?
Marking my ballot, hon.
Who are you voting for?
Well, for legislature, Julie Olson.
Why?
Because Julie Olson gets it.
Gets what?
That Olympia should spend less time blocking job creation and more time building real education reform.
Why?
Because we need you to grow up smart.
Then you can vote for me.
Let's get Julie Olson to Olympia first.
No candidate authorized this ad. Paid for by Realtor PAC, Washington Realtors, Olympia, Washington. Top 5 contributors: Terry Sullivan, Sherry Bailey, Sherry Daniels, Glenn Clark, Craig Hill.
More with Lars right now on FM News 101.
Well, Carolyn Corvallis writes in, Lars, I cannot stand Theodore's tone or attitude. I need a mute on the radio when he comes on to babble. Just took a walk outside so as not to hear his pie hole. Romney lies. I think that Romney is the most moral, honest man that's ever run for president. Signed, Carolyn Corvallis. She's listening on KLOO. Here's what I have to say about Theodore. He was right that Romney has made the comment, I've been a hunter pretty much all my life. He's also right that Romney's staff says he's been hunting a couple of times. Now, whatever you want to draw from that he went hunting in his teens, he went hunting again sometime around 2006. You know, if he meant that he's been, he's had a pro-hunter attitude most of his life, whatever. If that's his biggest lie that Theodore can think of, then that ain't much. I'm worried about him lying about the budget, or about jobs, or about national defense, or national security. And frankly, I'd like to carry on conversations with Theodore, but you try to ask him a straight question, all he does is bob and weave. So, until he decides to change his tune, we'll just put him on the sidelines. Justin's on the line in Eugene, listening on KPNW. Hey, Justin, what's on your mind?
Hey, Lars, I know you don't want to say it, but he's an idiot.
Well, he may not be an idiot. He may actually be very smart. It's just that he's like a guy with, with due respect to people who've got threats, that he can't help himself. When he wants to start talking about an issue, he has to color it up with a bunch of Republican this and, lying this, that, and it doesn't add much to the conversation.
Correct, and I don't know that I've ever seen a politician lie as much as Obama has. My point was, I was going to correct you about Ohio's...
that it was Senator. I said that about 15 minutes ago, yeah.
But see, John Kasich, Chris Christie, Walker, you look at Texas, all of these states that are growing jobs, and credit for them, you know? Those guys have gone in and fundamentally changed things, and they've increased jobs, they've cut spending, they've done what needs to be done, and here's Obama, you know, trying to take credit for a lot of that, especially in Ohio.
No, you're absolutely right, and that's what I was trying to point out to him. There are things that you can do. And he said, well, no, there's not. Well, change regulations, change the availability of energy, change those things, because you really can't change what materials cost. Steel is a worldwide commodity, so is oil, so is aluminum, so is just about every one of the structural, kind of materials out there. So what can you change? Well, we really don't want to change wages if we can avoid it, but we could change the cost of government, because we can decide how much we need, and unions too. We could get rid of hero. Well, absolutely. But I think so. I don't know. I wish Theodore, instead of just starting with a broad brush that everybody's a liar. Okay, well, if everybody's a liar, how do you go forward from a conversation like that? Okay, you're a liar, I'm a liar, we're all liars, and then what? And then we get back to the cost of government.
And my point was that, you know, that even the Romney campaign, you know, any governors that have been voted in that are Republicans, and they have gone in and made some serious changes, and look what they've done for those states. And John Kasich is one of them, and he's pretty humble. He doesn't even take a lot of credit for that, you know. I mean, he's a pretty humble guy about it.
Some of these things that we could change. I'll tell you a good example I ran into this weekend, okay? On this piece of land I hunted on, the previous owner of the property had allowed the state of Oregon, in its infinite wisdom, to come in there because they wanted to protect the streams from cows, because they're worried if the cows walk in the streams, they'll eat all the grass to the edge of the stream, and they'll walk through the stream and muddy up the water and screw up the spawning beds for the salmon. Fine. So they decided to put up a fence. What kind of sensible fence would a rancher have put up? Regular posts and three-wire barbed wire, right? 3 strands of barbed wire. Instead, they put up a high-tension fence with this real narrow wire with no barbs on it, but there are 6 strands of it down this post, which you say, well, that'll make sure they don't get out. Yeah, it'll also make sure that when the cougars start chasing an elk calf or a fawn, that when the fawn gets up against the fence, they would be able to go in or under or through a 3-wire barbed wire. They get up against that government fence that costs $15,000 a mile, or a 3-strand barbed wire is about $8,000 a mile, and the cougar gets to eat the fawn or the elk calf, because the state, in its infinite wisdom to protect the fish, has put up this fence that's impassable by these game animals. So they've created an unintended consequence that doesn't benefit the fish.
Oh yeah, that's government involved.
And twice as much to put the fence in. And by the way, they use treated wood posts. Guess what I saw happening to the treated wood posts that have been in the ground for 12 years? They're breaking off. Yeah, they're rotting. I mean, they're treated, but they're still rotting. So, you know, there's your government money at work. Let's go to Ed and Ben listening on News Talk 1110. Hey, Ed, welcome to the program.
Hi, Lars. Hey, listen, you know, I think it's unbelievable that people don't believe that Barack Obama immediately did not know what was happening. There are few things that get to the president, if there are any things that get to the president faster than an attack on U.S. soil, which an embassy is. And even more than the operator who had the laser designator losing his license, losing his life, he proved to the world that we had a plan in place. We could have done something about the embassy. We could have saved those people. He gave his life not only to help them, but he also proved to us the truth of what Obama's administration stands for. The guy who called in earlier, I couldn't believe it. Well, guess what? The proof is there now.
Well,
now what are they going to do with it?
That's the thing I'm trying to wonder is what other conclusion do you draw? It was one thing at the beginning if we thought, well, the embassy came under attack and they never got a chance to send a Mayday out. Okay, well, then you know, what do you expect them to do? On the other hand, now that we know that they did get a Mayday off, they actually got they got a total of 3 of them.